Interactive Gaming Revenue Authority. I call this meeting to order. Please join me in rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, we'll have a roll call. I'll ask our Secretary, Ronald Evans.
Okay, well, I can see Andrew is joining us remotely, and Francis is here, I'm here, Paul's here, Rich is here, and our solicitor Frank Devlin is also. Thank you, 100%.
Thank you. All of you should have received the agenda, which is dated for the 16th. You should have received it in advance, and it was also posted on our website and posted, I believe, on the door of our regular meeting space. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Agenda is approved. At this time, we will open it up for public comment concerning the agenda, which I said before was previously posted. Do we have any public comment concerning the agenda?
Not seeing anyone in the room, and we're not taking comment from the internet.
Thank you. Right. All of you should have also received the minutes of the April 2024 DeSigra meeting provided to us by our Secretary, Ronald Evans. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So,
Do I have a second? Any questions or comments concerning the minutes? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Minutes are approved. At this time, I will turn it over to our treasurer, and I'm going to ask him to make the motions. If you have your agenda in front of you, Mr. Nelson.
I do have the agenda, yes, and I have my treasurer's report, so I am ready.
Okay, proceed.
Okay.
Please.
All right, so I'm going to begin by reading the treasurer's report. This is the DeSigra treasurer's report from April 1st to April 30th, 2024. Our beginning balance as of April 1st was $320,160.71. We did earn interest in the amount of $12.99. The expenses paid during the calendar month was $8,282.44. The cash balance at the end of the month was $311,891.26. As of May 1st, we did receive our quarterly payments. That was the second quarter payment, I do believe, in the amount of $286,777.66. The bank balance as of May 14th was $568,480.02.
You can make a motion for your.
Okay. All right,
your
so I do make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as read.
Second.
All right, it's been motioned and seconded. Any questions to the motion?
I will make just one comment.
Okay.
The cash receipt is for the first quarter of 2020.
That was the first quarter. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor of approving the May 2024 Treasurer's Report, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. You can continue with your update and your secondary motion.
Alrighty, so I did send out information on the money market with TD Bank. It was pretty easy. The information is that was sent out. If we have a balance that's maintained above $2,500 a month, I think it was, the fee for the money market is waived. I do believe that it was for every, I don't have it in front of me, but off the top of my head, I think it was for every $1,000 that we had saved. Or hang on, let me not. Yes, give me a second. Let me pull it up. And I could tell you exactly what it was because I want to make sure I have the exact numbers. Okay, for every $100 that we have deposited, we would get 30 cents per month or per statement cycle for interest. So I did a quick math. If we did $325,000 transferred to.
That's the fee, Andrew.
30 cents per $100 is the fee for cash deposits. You're talking about the rate that we earned?
Right, yep, that's what I was looking for, the rate.
It's in the documents. I think maybe it varies.
Okay.
These are all fees,
Oh,
overdraft,
gotcha.
overdraft, support, fund transfer, processing.
Okay. So everything on there was just fees, not rates. All right, so the rates do vary. That is true. Um, right now we're getting on a deposit of $320,000, we're only receiving $13 interest. The money market would definitely do better than that. And on the call that we had earlier with Brinker, they also agreed that it would make more sense to house the money in the money market to where we're able to draw interest. And as Francis mentioned in a previous meeting, with the money market, it would be liquid. It'd be very easy to transfer back and forth. Considering that it's with TD Bank, it'd be a simple transfer. So my recommendation was that we move 325,000 of the 568,000 into the money market until we have further employment for those dollars. They can sit there and gain interest.
Let me restate the motion for you. Motion to authorize treasurer to open and to transfer $325,000 from the SIGRO TD Bank checking account to new TD Bank money market account. Do I have a motion? Which is you, Mr. Nelson.
So I make a motion to.
I mean, you just saying yes.
Okay, yeah, so you want me to second it?
No, you made the motion.
Okay,
I
right,
asked
all
the
right.
motion, you made the motion. Do I have a
Gotcha.
second?
I'll second.
Questions or comments?
So, go ahead.
Well, the 325,000, I don't have a problem with, but it just seems like it should be somehow discretionary, that when we need money, it gets transferred back to the checking account to spend it. Then we maximize the amount in there when we're not spending it. So, I'm not sure we need a motion for every time we make a deposit or withdrawal.
We're just establishing a money market account.
Correct, and I want to defer to our.
motion would be for to authorize the treasurer to use his discretion to move it back and forth.
As needed.
That would be a secondary motion.
Yes, that's true.
I think we can delay that until the next meeting.
Well,
I
where
would,
do-
I
where
would,
do-
I would feel comfortable doing that. We don't have to have that motion now.
So where did we come up with the 325? In other words, we know that this month we're gonna be spending, presuming that we're gonna approve all these
That's like
grants.
230,000.
So we're gonna spend 230 out of the balance that we have now of 568. That's gonna leave us with 360. And then we're gonna spend more of it the following month. So is that where we're coming up with the 325 is, because we know we're not gonna spend that for the next 2 months?
So I think that the question was why only 325,000?
Not why only, but how do we come up with that number?
Oh, so I estimated that it would be about 230,000, I think it was, of grants going out. So I just
Right.
tried to get that number is to have the 325,000 leaves. I think it was 243,000 left over in the account. So that would
Okay.
cover what we need to write the checks plus a little bit of cushion in case something else came up.
Got it, okay.
And it'll be somewhat of a balancing act between trying to put as much money in there to earn more interest and also not driving yourself crazy to make sure we have enough money to pay the bills.
Absolutely. It will absolutely indeed be a balancing act.
Sometimes they'll establish a sweep account for you. I don't know if they would, if TD does that, where you have the money in the money market, but they sweep it out into cash and into your checking account as you need it. I don't know if TD does that.
Kind of like an overdraft protection,
Yeah.
money's there, you write the
Yeah.
check and it automatically gets
Yeah.
into it. Right?
Yeah.
So,
So
I think that
the pamphlet did mention about the option for overdraft protection. I think that it was the default option. It says that you're enrolled into a discretionary overdraft. And option B was that you're not enrolled in it. And it says if you overdraw your available balance by more than $50, we'll charge you a $35 overdraft fee each time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not the.
That means the overdraft on the money markets.
Oh, right, that's the overdraft on the money market, right? That's what that
We're
is.
not gonna be using an ATM at all. So
Right.
that's really an ATM thing. Overdraft paid fee, overdraft return.
So I need to find out the way the overdraft works on the actual banking, the small business banking that we have. So
We write checks on the money market also?
you can, I wouldn't recommend it, but the option is there, yes.
There's usually a limit of number of checks, from what I understand, per month.
You know, we really are actually in a very good position because even though we authorize grants of a certain amount of money, it's at least 2 weeks before the money goes out the door because we have to wait for council to approve it. So
Right.
you've got a 2-week period to be able to move the money over. And will you be able to do that online? Will you be able to sweep money out of the money market into checking online?
Yes, it will be able to
Great.
be done online, yes.
Okay, good, okay. And then Brinker, they can probably help you, not that you need the help, but, okay, good. So
Yeah,
we're,
Vincent's gonna talk about that a little bit later.
okay, so right now, the motion on the floor is to establish the money market account.
To open and to transfer $325,000 from the checking account to a new TD Bank money market account. I don't want to amend it right now. I'm going to consult with our solicitor, and we will establish a motion for a motion next month as far as transferring money on an as-needed basis with discretion for the treasurer. I just want to write it the correct way. Any other questions or comments?
I do have a question, and I'm just really curious. This is just for the process. Is it an issue with the board that we made a motion every time we made a transfer?
Yes, you
Okay.
don't wanna have to, you and the accountants are gonna wanna be sweeping money as needed. Otherwise you have to wait.
Oh, right,
It
they're correct,
makes
okay.
sense to move the money over to earn more interest instead of waiting for 3 or 4 weeks.
We would have a
for
motion
it.
almost every
Yeah, that
every
makes
month
sense.
or every two.
I got you.
2 3. We just have to, I just want to frame it the right way.
Understood, makes sense to me.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Okay, do you have anything else concerning the treasurer's report?
No, sir, that concludes my treasurer's report.
Thank you. At
Thank
this
you.
time, I'll turn the floor over to our solicitor, Frank Daly, if he has any comments.
I do not have any comments for this meeting.
Thank you. And I will consult with you for a draft. Thank you. At this time, we'll move on to unfinished business. Outsources services update by Vincent.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, fellow board members. We, at the last meeting, we approved, contracts and got them signed for our, 2 new vendors, one for accounting and back-end services and one for, technology and application services. And we were able to, have communication and meeting with both of those, vendors in an initial way, to get things, set up. And I think both those meetings were very positive and productive. For the part of Brinker Simpson, they were able to meet with our treasurer, Andrew, and just discuss some of the mechanics of how we're going to process the grants and grant payments. And they understand that they're going to be verifying the 501c3 status and current 990 for nonprofits. They also understand that they're going to be issuing grant award letters and working with our technology partner to get that information from the back end database as we collect it. We also had what I thought was a productive conversation about helping to encourage our applicants and awardees to move toward ACH payments and away from physical checks, which I think will be valuable. We have some action items on our end to get them our boilerplate award letter and grant agreement. We're going to add to it a preference on our part for them to supply banking data for the ACH to try to move folks in that direction. And I think that is basically for the current round of grants, the next gen. It seems as though we'll have a hybrid of the chairman sending them the information from our manual process to generate the letters, but then starting with the EMS grants, which go live on June 1st, we'll be able to take in those applications through our online application form, and Brinker will be able to see that data in the back end, populate the letters as we approve the grants. So that's most of the summary, I think, of where we are with Brinker Simpson. And then with Mijan Technologies.
Oh, also the treasurer.
Oh, right.
Okay.
And they, yes, they will be in the QuickBooks Online account with our treasurer and side by side, helping to generate those treasurer's reports and maintain the accounts as well. They have an understanding of our group of vendors, course vector for the website, solicitor, et cetera. And so I think that was a positive, productive meeting. In terms of the technology partner, the chairman and I were able to view a demo of what the application will look like and how it will populate the database on the back end as the application is filled out by the grant applicant. And it looks very good. It looks, it's fully customizable. So whatever grant application PDF we send them, they will be able to create the application with the corresponding fields, checkboxes, information, et cetera. Obviously, the demo that we saw was generic, right? So we'll need to send them the EMS applications. They will populate it and flip the switch for it to go live on our website. And we'll be able to collect in one place the kind of historical data with regard to how many grant awards have we made to XYZ soccer club, or in what amounts have we given to ABC music theater program, through the database and collection of data as they apply. I think it might be good to, I think we should open that demo up to the full board so that it can be, everyone can add their comments as we get closer to the June 1st launch of the thing. And
Is it June 1st?
Well, we're gonna vote on that, so we'll see.
Oh, okay.
oh, sorry, yes, assuming that it's approved, the EMS grants will go live on June 1st.
So so we have a board meeting, we approve check payments. How does that information then get shared with Brinker so that they pay the bills? Do you email
Well,
them?
there's a long process because of the different requirements, right? So we make an approval,
Of, say,
but then I
Frank's
have-
bill? Say
right,
Frank's bill.
yeah, so something like that, that may be something simple, but right.
But so then what, we approved Frank's bill,
We may still have a manual process to do that with
you just
QuickBooks.
send them a copy of the minutes and they pay the bills?
Yes.
Or,
Yes, most of our conversation, I would probably say 90% of our conversation was about the grants, because those are the,
Right.
90% of our checks that go out are for grants
Right.
rather than for individual vendors. So we have a way that we'll be able to work with the individual vendors. We may be able to do an ACH, we may be able to do a printed check where they'll generate a check off of
Okay.
their software and send a check to.
But the bottom line is you or Ron as the secretary will be sending a copy of the minutes or some document to the accountants so that they know they're paying the bills.
For the
Or Andrew.
For the contractors,
Yeah.
not the grantees. For the grantees, that's gonna be a different process. We're gonna use the technology from our technology partner to interface with, Brinker Simpson, and they'll generate the letters and.
But how will the technology partner find out to get the information to put in their system? Someone will send them a document and say, here are the minutes, we approved all these, and council last night approved the grants. Move forward.
We're gonna have to, because county council does it in a manual process, we're gonna have to manually do that. So for example, for example, 35 grant applications, I'm just gonna be approximate.
Right.
35 grant applications came through for us to consider.
Right.
We have 30 of them. We didn't, everything is not on. So I'm gonna have to go on to the document and say, this is the amount, and these were approved. And then that document or that technology will go over to Brinker Simpson. Whereas right now, I have to write each individual check out.
Oh, I know.
They'll be
Okay.
able,
So you can.
This is gonna be
they'll be able to
It's
see it in real
really
time.
seem streamlined.
The approved grant amount, if an applicant has an approved grant amount, everyone, the authority members, as well as Brinker Simpson, will be able to see the approved grant amount in real time.
But somebody has to put the approved grant.
Yeah, so
on this
because-
website.
Absolutely, 100%.
So for example,
Yes.
the county council meets on Wednesday, they approve it and will send me an email, a memo, saying that these grants were approved.
Oh,
So I will have to go on there and manually click yes, 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 yes,
hand it over to the,
or hand them the memo. Yeah, well, we
That's
talked
all I
about
wanted
that
to get.
because we don't know if the memo can come from Delco to an external partner. If they can, then that's another stream.
okay, sounds good.
Any other questions?
One quick clarification.
Yes.
We're not a 501c3. We are a governmental entity. We're authority.
No, he was asking, he was saying that, go ahead, I'm sorry.
The Brinker Simpson.
No, I mean, obviously, in certain cases, our applicants are also governmental entities.
Oh, I
But to the extent that our applicants are 501c3, they're,
They do the
the
verification.
due diligence, the verification.
I
of-
misunderstood. I
Yeah.
thought we were characterizing ourselves.
No,
No,
Thank you.
no.
So it's not just on faith anymore.
Right.
It'll be verified.
Well,
Well,
that's my
well,
comments
right.
on the spreadsheet sometimes
Right.
is, these people are in GodStar, but they haven't filed any kind of 990s or, there's no record of.
No. So I think there will be an increased level of due diligence. Look, there's gonna be some modifications. Part of the reason we had these meetings is that we wanted to try to game out as many of the possibilities as we could in advance. But the reality is, over the first couple of months with Brinker and over the first couple of grants, we want the comments of all the authority members so that we can make adjustments. We're building the system, right? And so the comments of the authority members are going to be critical to making sure that the system is built to our specifications.
yeah, this is probably one of the largest grants that, because we're gonna sit here for a few minutes and go through these grants now. This is one of the largest numbers, and they're like, Paul, you must spend your weekends like stuffing envelopes and folding letters.
It's
and
ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
this
that
is
you-
definitely. Thank you. I think that, yeah, so I was in both meetings today, with Vincent, and I thought they were very productive. This is gonna be a more streamlined process. I'm very excited.
Thanks for your work.
Sure. And remember with the one time we did the, Google form and then the paper form, and then we had to learn, that was
Yeah,
like a
that's
nightmare. And then even with the manual one, even with the PDF, we had to manually, you did it for a while and I did it for a while, we had to put a summarize on that research.
Yeah, no more PDF, no more checking the info account to download the PDF, right? They're just filling it out online.
Yeah.
And it really, I have to say, I was impressed with the look and feel of it. It looks like other, sort of well-run grant online applications that I've seen, so. Yeah,
All right, anything else in unfinished business? Move on to new business. All these grants below are subject to county council approval. Do I have a motion to increase the 2024 next generation allocation up to $300,000?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Abstain, motion carried. Okay, now I gotta go through all these, so if I make a glitch, I make a glitch, just correct me. All right, do I have a motion to approve $4,200 grant to Southeast PA Care?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $2,500 grant to Campbell Community Center?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstained?
Can't
I know,
really
There's a
stop
delay,
time.
there's a delay. Do I have a motion to approve $2,500 grant to AFA Agency for All, or AFA Agency for All Agency?
So
Do I have a second?
second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Chester Upland Youth Soccer?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Making a Change Group?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Child Guidance Resource Center?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Chester Children's Chorus?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Community Y of Eastern Delco?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Yeah, this one.
Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Domestic Abuse Project of Delaware County? Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to CASA/Youth Advocates Incorporated?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Episcopal Community Services?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Harcum College? So moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $2,500 grant to East Lansdowne Athletic Association? So moved. Do I have a second? Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Chester Eastside Incorporated? So moved. Do I have a second? Second. Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $6,000 grant to Legacy Arts Chester? Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Music Works?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We just did the same.
Please do the same. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Peters Place?
Oh, so moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Centro de Apoyo Comunitario?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Children's First PA?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Boys and Girls Club of Chester?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $5,000 grant to Community Arts Center?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Easter Seals Southeastern Pennsylvania?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $5,000 grant to Kids Against Hunger? Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $2,000 grant to Interborough Education Foundation? Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Few more. Do I have a motion to approve $3,450 grant to keep music alive?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to family support line?
Moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to College Hospital Philadelphia?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to, I believe, Upper Darby Arts and Educational Foundation?
You got it, education. Foundation.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carried. Two more. Do I have a motion to approve $10,000 grant to Headstrong?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Second. Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? Motion carried. It's been a while since I took my lap, but I'll try. Do I have a motion to approve $2,500 grant to Row
Is it Kai or
Kai Community Uplift?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second. I already moved, I can't. Oops.
Did we get it right?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carried. I think I'll go out of order. If everyone's all right with that. Do I have a motion to authorize $150,000 for the 2024 Emergency Services Grant?
So moved.
Second.
I have a second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? Motion carried. Do I have I'm going to go back in order. Do I have a motion to authorize solicitor to advertise 2024 Emergency Services Grant RFP on or around June 1st, 2024?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carried. Do you have any questions about that, Mr. Solicitor?
Just my usual.
Yeah, we'll send it out to you.
Send over the best of it, put it in proper.
There's no motion, it's just an agenda item, discussion of temporary housing capacity expansion needs in Delaware County. I'm going to table that discussion. And I did want to add, but I did want to discuss there, we provided a grant to the Sustainability Conference. And as a grantee sponsor, they are providing us with an opportunity to have some remarks at the Sustainability Conference. I don't know if Sean wants to make any additional comments.
Yeah, because the SEGRA sponsored the conference at the $5,000 level, they have the right to have their sponsor and the sponsor group that we'll be doing throughout the conference. They also have the right to have additional comments. Most likely it would be either right before lunch or at the end of the conference. So if you would like to take that, that would be great. You also get a plaque.
Well,
Yeah,
we don't need a, we don't have a physical building.
Is it sustainable, exactly?
Is anyone here interested in, and the remarks are maybe 2 to 3 minutes?
Yeah, about
Less than that? Okay. Is anyone
I will be
interested?
there. Will everybody else be there?
I plan to be.
Oh, well, then you should be the one who makes the
Will you
comments.
be there? Will you be
Well,
there?
you know
I would
what?
like to be there, yes.
But if you will definitely be there, then you should be the one who makes the comments. You are, Chair.
Do you have any comments today? I mean, just.
Now, can I make a suggestion? I mean, it's
So
too
that's-
late, it's too late now, but one area of grant making that we have not done in the past is anything having to do with the environment. And, you know, we have some amazing groups between the Darby Watershed Group and CRC Watersheds and Tyler and Natural Lands. I mean, we really have some wonderful nonprofits doing this work. It would have been ideal to get up and say, and we'd like to announce, we're going to be providing, you know, a small fund that people will have an opportunity to apply for. I don't suppose we could do that now because it wasn't on the agenda, so we can't do that.
What's
I
the
got-
conference?
Well, ongoing conversations about creation of.
Yeah, but I don't like to raise people's expectations. I think that's,
We're supporting the sustain, I'm not saying that that's enough, but that's a gesture. It's a first step. I'm not opposed to, looking at a special category or a special grant for that. If someone wants to bring that up at the next meeting and we do a sustainability grant category, or, if we want to make, you know, we can make it as confined or as broad as we want to do that, so we can explore that.
yeah, why don't I give some thought to that? The other thing that I thought, we were approached by someone from, was it Chester Historical Society?
Yes.
For some assistance of some kind. It wasn't clear to me what the assistance was.
Yeah, I
And-
just
and-
gave them your information.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I don't know if it has to do with the courthouse, Chester
I
Courthouse,
believe it
but
does.
they're getting a big federal grant for that.
Oh, sorry. That's what they
It's wonderful, wonderful, yeah.
They will provide the information and then you can bring it back.
But maybe we want to do something for some of the nonprofits that are involved in the law. So,
I would
I
just
think
say,
that's
that
right.
if they're offering us a choice, I would probably suggest making the remarks before lunch, because sometimes at these conferences, at the end, people disappears, right? So if they're offering us the choice, I would say, let's take the before lunch slot. And what I would recommend is, trying to create a nexus in the remarks between our mission statement and sustainability generally, and how, sustainability issues tend to disproportionately impact underserved communities. And so there's a nice dovetail for why it makes sense for us to be supporting the sustainability in that way. And I think that's how, those are just the two sort of recommendations that I would make.
Thank you for allowing me to do this.
No, but it's wonderful.
But I did
Thank
want
you.
to, I did want to share the opportunity, and,
No, it's
you
all
know,
yours.
I try to make sure that everybody has a role when this authority is involved and feels like they're appreciated and a sense of belonging. So I try. At this time, we will open it up for public comment.
There is no more public comments.
At this time, I will open up to authority comments.
Good meeting.
I want to give Francis an opportunity to talk about the successful.
Oh, my
gifts
goodness.
thing. Yes.
Well,
You are
I
the
was just gonna
champion.
say that I can't believe that we raised 1.7. I mean, it's really amazing. Well, I think it speaks volumes about where the money is from. People will. We're gonna be reporting back out to all the nonprofits in the next month about, you know, exactly how it went, and then soliciting a lot of input about it. Yeah.
It was so hard choosing.
I know,
And there were so many nonprofits that we're familiar with as a result of this work.
I know, it's
And
true.
then I was like, oh my God,
I know.
it was so hard.
And one of the things we did that I think was really smart was to keep the portal open through Monday at noon.
Yeah.
Because gifts kept coming in,
Oh, tricky.
and I know I kept thinking, oh, I got that group going back in, so the groups that did the best were the ones who had somebody in their network gave a challenge grant, they really drove towards that goal. And I think that was very helpful. So lots of learning that will obviously share.
And we're glad to have been a.
Oh, I think that was great.
part, And,
Mhm.
you know, even though it was a small part, hopefully we got some exposure.
Absolutely.
Nonprofits are aware of us and can start to apply for this as well.
Absolutely, maybe that considering us, I don't know if we would do this, but the idea that we could provide a challenge grant for a nonprofit.
Well, it's a good point, or maybe DeSigra, I mean, it's a chunk of money, but maybe DeSigra is the underwriter for a particular pillar, an issue pillar, whether it's kids or maybe emergency responders, whatever the issue is, and that's the challenge. We match dollar to dollar any gift that goes to a first responder or something like that. That's what Visit Delco did, for veterans, anything for veterans.
Any other
Going back to EMS, so I think last time we had a max of $2,500 unless they had.
For non-municipal emergency services entities. Municipal, I'm sorry, for non-municipal police. Wait a minute, let me see if I can say that.
There was a.
Municipal police departments had levels of 2,500, 5,000, and 7,500. If you were not one of those entities, the maximum amount was 2,500.
And
So
the gradations for the police, we're gonna do the same thing.
we're based on the certification.
Continue.
I'll put it out there and you guys can make comments and we can adjust it as we need.
We probably shouldn't have too much conversation. It's like shining and all that.
We're in the middle
No,
of.
no, we're still in the meeting.
Still in the
Yeah,
meeting.
we're in the public meeting.
Okay.
We can have a
So
conversation.
We were over, okay.
We don't have a motion to,
Well, given that-
it's not a, it's an application.
Well, first of all, I like that we're awarding people for going through the certification, so I agree with that. But given that it's a much bigger pool, it's 150,000, is that why you're asking?
Well, yeah, I was thinking
2,500?
about the next gen, should we bump up to 10K? We just went with the 10K. That's a long history. But
Yeah, we've had that for a while.
Are we still doing it the same way this time?
Yeah, and I think it's fine.
At 2,500,
Yes.
out of a pool of 150,000?
We're gonna get a lot of.
It's all gonna be on it.
And we're also getting
No,
more,
that was the big.
we're also
pool.
getting more police departments that are in the different stages of the certification.
Right, and I think, I mean, I was gonna make this comment at the point of raising the threshold for next gen and also authorizing this, but I wasn't. I want to continue to think about, instead of continuing to ad hoc raise the amount that we're giving as applications come in, again, sort of developing those relationships with particularly effective nonprofits in particular areas and communities of need where we can make larger, more impactful grants. We're just getting set up to collect data, get information back from them, and they do that over time. I just worry that we get applications in and we say, oh, we authorized 150, we've got 225, let's just bump it up and give out the 225. We don't build up this capacity to make these larger, more impactful grants when we do that. If that makes sense.
I think I understand. So we budget a certain amount and then we have, are we holding up?
Yes, but we can wait.
I understand. I'll leave it.
Yeah,
But I think right now, with the way we have this is most likely up to 150 and or June 30th, that's it then. I'll draft something in there.
The monthly deadline seems to work fine for next gen. And I guess
Well, we had extended because the ad was,
Yeah, we don't need.
but only got one left here, even though did the foundation publicize that again? The next generation?
Yeah, we always put it in our email.
No, I know you did it in your April, did you do it in the May?
Except
Because we accepted the
I
deadline.
don't know that we did.
Okay, well, we got a lot.
Yeah, we got a lot.
I mean, yeah, we don't look at it or not.
Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Okay, super.
All right, we are not live anymore.
Dr. Fusel.
Retirement board meeting.
You've been sitting here.
Okay.